Hi again. In the previous two Chapter 8 videos, we recorded purchase transactions for Simpson's Card and Novelty Shop into the Purchases and General Journals and posted the transactions to the General Ledger. In this video, we'll continue the exercise by posting from those journals to the individual vendor cards in the Accounts Payable Subsidiary Ledger. This video will continue using the same worksheets that you used for the previous lectures. If you don't have those worksheets, please download and print them, then watch and work along with the previous two Chapter 8 videos so you can catch up and be able to follow along and practice with this video. It is important to realize that we need to keep track of accounts payable by vendor. Keeping this level of detail in our accounting records allows us to know how much we owe to each vendor. In order to keep this level of detail, we need to maintain an accounts payable subsidiary ledger. Let's get started by posting each credit to accounts payable shown on the purchases journal. We'll post them to the vendor's accounts payable ledger card in the accounts payable subsidiary ledger. Looking at page 4 of the purchases journal, you can see that on April 5th, we posted a $2,100 credit to accounts payable for our vendor Packing and Mailing Supply Center. Let's record that $2,100 credit to the vendor card for Packing and Mailing Supply Center in the Accounts Payable Subsidiary Ledger. Turn the pages in the worksheet package until you find the Accounts Payable Subsidiary Ledger. Find the vendor card for Packing and Mailing Supply Center. Date, April 5th. Description, invoice number 502. The posting reference is the journal page where the amount was originally recorded, P4 in this case. $2,100 credit, creating a credit balance in the amount of $5,300. That's the previous credit balance of $3,200 plus the credit we just posted. Return to the purchases journal and place a check mark in the posting reference column next to the accounts payable credit of $2,100. Next, post the $1,900 credit to the vendor card for gifts and holiday cards. Date, April 12th. Invoice number 2808. Posting reference P4, $1,900 credit, creating a $5,900 credit balance in the account, the previous $4,000 balance plus the $1,900 credit we just posted. Return to the purchases journal and record a check mark in the posting reference column next to the $1,900 credit balance. Why don't you pause this video and finish posting each of the remaining accounts payable credits shown on the purchases journal to the vendor cards in the accounts payable subsidiary ledger. When you're finished, start the video again to check your answers. Vendor, gifts and holiday cards. Date, April 18th. Invoice number 2904, posting reference P4, credit $1,200, creating a $7,100 credit balance on account. Vendor specialty business cards, April 21st, invoice number 2013, posting reference P4, $1,100 credit, creating an $1,100 credit on account. And last, Vendor Business Forms Inc., date April 29th, invoice number 276, posting reference P4, credit 3710, creating an $11,710 credit balance in the account. Be sure to post a check mark in the posting reference column on the purchases journal next to each credit to accounts payable as you post it to the vendor cards. Okay, now we're finished posting all the credit amounts to accounts payable from the purchases journal to the individual vendor cards for the month of April. However, these transactions are not all that affected accounts payable during the month. Remember that we received a purchase allowance from Holiday Gifts and Cards for damaged merchandise we originally bought from them on April 12th. This transaction is recorded in the General Journal. Turning to the General Journal, let's post that $200 debit to accounts payable to the vendor card for Holiday Gifts and Cards. Find the vendor card for Holiday Gifts and Cards. Date April 22nd. Credit memo. Number 102. General Journal, page 12. Debit $200, creating a $6,900 credit balance on the account. The previous $7,100 credit balance minus the $200 debit we just posted. Return to the General Journal and place a check mark next to the $200 in the posting reference column. That's all for this video. In the next video, we'll use the balances on the individual vendor cards to prepare a schedule of accounts payable at the end of the month. See you next time.